Hello, armchair generals. My name is Tom, and I'm back with my Japanese campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ice modification version 10.43. Just doing a continuation of my on running game already for today. But typically, what I will always do when I start Hearts of Iron 3 for the first time is perform a save, usually with maybe run it an hour or two and then do the save. As long as that completes successfully, then I know I've got a good game ahead of me. The game's not going to crash on my very first save after doing a bunch of things. We're pressing forward in the west here into Zibi San Ma, and also southward. We're rushing to that victory point there and these two here. We've already taken out Shanxi, which used to be here in this area. So now pretty much all that is controlled by me. So that's one enemy that's been removed from the game here at this point. Fewer forces that I have to deal with. We want to do same thing with Zibi San Ma, get them removed out of the game. So that's even more, fewer forces. Won't be doing that this episode, I don't believe. I think it's going to take me many months before, probably like late spring, maybe early spring even, if things go well, for me to get to this point here, as well as to push down south to these two. So I don't anticipate Zibi San Ma falling anytime soon here. Communist China will be the next operation, though. Um, we've Since we've taken over Shanxi here, we're pushing our forces towards and around to be wrapping around the capital of Communist China, so they can't get any reinforcements. They do have a few units there right now, not a lot, not as many as I was encountering there at Taiyun. So I want to try to surround the capital as much as I possibly can. To do that, I need to wrap up operations here. Um, we had cut off quite a few provinces and Chinese units here. We're starting to begin the destruction of the units caught in this cauldron here. They're rushing some reinforcements in to take the place of those that I'm destroying. Um, and any that do kind of like lose their organization are going to retreat here. Eventually, this will all be gone, and I'm hoping we can complete that. Well, we'll complete it this episode. That'll be a Tom Mantek promise. I will take out these two provinces this episode, and then we'll be able to take these units and shift them on south and west towards Communist China. Um, we have pushed further south and north to try to join up my Shanghai beachhead with my main attack force from northern China and the peninsula here. We've cut off, thusly, several provinces and units here, and we're starting to slowly move in from the peninsula with supporting attacks from the south and west. We're going to eliminate all these units here. Doing similar from Shanghai, I have a specialized light infantry unit that's going to be handling the majority of the attacking here. Um, Things aren't looking too good here. I may have bit off more than I could chew, so I'm probably going to remove this warrior unit, have them come on down south so they can kind of assist and take care of what needs to be done to eliminate these garrisons and militia units here. We're landing around Fuzhou due to tidal currents and weather and bad luck. We landed anywhere but on Fuzhou. But that's okay. We're beginning the attack on Fuzhou proper. It's actually looking pretty good at 80%. We've got several Marine units that are attacking on there. There's no Chinese support that can come and help them out. Um, Otherwise, we're going to let this game continue onward here. Changzi. We'll be receiving these kind of notifications a bit because there's a few provinces that I had were given to me when I had taken over Shanxi, the country of Shanxi. These provinces are all going to be converting over to whoever runs into them. That's fine. I can't do anything about it anyway, so it is what it is. There will be an event popping up soon, matter of days maybe. That's going to give the majority of these provinces over to Menjiang. So be on the lookout for that, and we'll do just that. That'll help get Menjiang a little bit stronger here, and also will reduce the amount of territory that I will need to worry about defending. Okay, things are looking good there. Um, Black Ice event, Chinese rebels. There's a similar event for the Germans as well, and then possibly for other nations too, where the upshot is You have the choice, well, choices of various things that you could potentially do here. You could lower your revolt risk entirely, but also get a hit of money and say, okay, we'll give them what they want, probably money in this case here, or we can have police buildings built or send in the Kempetai. Um, these two will create a decision for me that allow me to do just that, either get some freebie units with the Kempetai, or um, some police headquarter units will get built. I think this happens a couple times. For at least for I've seen in Japan and Germany. For right now, because we kind of need the manpower, or the men, as it were, the units, because I'll end up sending the Kempetai units to uh, provide defenses here in northern China. We're going to send in the Kempetai. We've got some extra reinforcements going in. IC has been played havoc with because we got a bunch of units that came on, historical units that came on, that are doing a number on my IC, but that should be going away here and over the next month and a half. So thus we're not building a lot. We're having to throw quite a bit into supplies. Actually, that the need, I think of that is a little bit higher than what it's showing right now. Actually, no, I think that's about right. We need to start pushing towards 50,000 supplies so I can kind of get an easy breath here. But we'll also make sure that our reinforcements are where they should be. We have some decisions because it's beginning of the year here. There's three that or four, I should say, they're actual annual type decisions that you see in beginning of every January. Oh, maybe five here. Bank for National Settlements. Let's go ahead and select that. This will give supplies. We'll give supplies up for money, but also selecting this, you can see, gives us an IC boost for a month here. And I think, depending upon what we select, may even give us more. It all depends here. But we'll go ahead and select that for right now. The expansion of Menjiang, as I was just saying, I think in a couple days, and actually it's now, we can give land that we've claimed over to Menjiang. So we'll go ahead and do just that. And you can see it just in the background there, it just changed color. They get, well, they get all that. We'll take a look at that a little bit closer in a bit. Um, Let me go ahead and select the espionage, national focus, and economic boost as well. Get all these going. Okay, economic boost. We'll do the short-term investment because we need IC, not money. Now, the first 2 years of the game, 1936 and 37, I focused on building up the army because we had to defeat China or perish. That provided us some armament factories, and as you see, the bonuses and penalties received. Starting here in 1938, however, um, I know mentally that war is going to be enjoined with America on December 7th, 1941, 3 years from now. Almost four, but nonetheless, far enough away that we have time to ensure that our fleet gets built up. And as such, I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're not going to be probably building fleet units just yet this year. Probably not till later in the year until we can get our supply situation under control, get our IC situation under control. But at the very least, we can get our shipyards, the extra shipyards that we'll be getting built up, and that'll help us in the long run. So we'll go ahead and build up the IJN, and when the next event comes up, we'll focus on the IGN instead of the IJA. We want to build new shipyards for for the next year. We're going to suffer some penalties there, but you see, we'll be getting several small, medium, capital, and submarine shipyards. So that's good. Espionage and spies. We're probably going to keep going with our economic spying. The increasing national unity. That is, I need to reach to 80% so I can get a particular law here. Which one is it? Is it the legal? No. It's not legalistic restrictions, is it? Or am I looking at the industrial laws? Industrial laws. I want to get to heavy industry because we'll see an IC increase. The amount of consumer goods needed during wartime lowers, and IC efficiency will go up. So we need to reach 80 unity in order to accomplish that. Normally, I would do economic spying so we could get some industrial intel and the IC and 1% IC efficiency, but we are 3.5 away from reaching that 80% mark. If we increase our national unity with this, that'll get us within zero point 0.1, a tenth of a percent. All we would need is like a party rally to appear, and we've got that 80%. So let's go ahead and do this. Everything else that's here, don't really need for right now. I probably will be doing just a side in 1941 or 1942 rather. I'll probably be doing naval intelligence so we can get that naval intel and naval organization up there. But for right now, we are going to increase our national unity. That didn't go up just yet, but I probably have to wait for time to tick. Excuse me. So this is the Bank for International Settlements. We're going to spend some supplies to gain money. It's only 200 supplies, so we can afford that. And we'll also see a money gain as well, so that's good. I'll let time tick a little bit here. We had a battle. They were attacking me, okay. Across the river, too. That's why they had such heavy casualties. We need to send in the Kempentai. Let's go ahead and do just that. And we need to choose our puppets industrial focus. We got 2 puppets, so there's 2 of them we need to handle here. Alrighty. Puppet number 1 is Manchukuo, my main larger puppet here, Manchuria. We are actually doing pretty good, and honestly, I'm getting close. I probably want to stop some of the steel metal purchases that I'm making here, and probably need to start selling some energy. Good grief. We're going almost 1,000 a day. In the matter of a month, we'll be maxed out of energy. So yeah, I need to see if I can't sell some energy. So mental note on that. We do need rares though. We're gaining 50 a day thanks to trades and convoying in from conquered provinces and whatnot, and um, our puppets, but we need even more. So I want to go ahead and tell Manchukuo focus on rare materials. If I go back, we see choose puppet industrial focus is back again. And this is for Menjiang. We'll do the same for Menjiang. Tell them focus on rare materials. This way, we should be able to see an improvement in there. Checking, we're bringing in 127 metals. We are trading 138 of that. So I don't want to stop all of my metal trade, but I can stop some of it. The United States is the only partner that I have for metal. Let's go ahead and stop that 45. That'll save $5.50, and that'll knock me down to about 80. Let's stop these small metal trades as well. Those knock me down to about 70. Good. So we need to sell energy. Let's go to diplomacy. Who needs energy and has money? Italy. Italy has some money. I'll try to get as much out of them as we possibly can, because at almost 900 plus energy a day that I'm increasing, I can afford to get rid of quite a bit of it. Turkey. So anything that I get is good. Where's the deficit end? Okay, down there, Taiwan. Venezuela. You guys have a surplus of 105 money. Why don't you want my energy? They may not have convoys. That could be a potential issue there. Burma can't do Uruguay. Uruguay is 0.39 money. That's fine. We'll give them 4. Haiti. Oh, I can go all the way down to Liberia. Wow, I can go all the way down to Nepal. Okay. Haiti. They may not have sufficient convoys to handle that. Now, can't do them. Liberia, they have money. Nope. One thing with trades, of course, you do want to see, who's in deficit of my good that I want to sell. But also you need to see, well, do they actually have a surplus? In this case, red, it means they have a deficit. So while Spanish state could use a bunch of energy, they don't have any money, so they're not going to buy anything. Menjiang, how much money do you guys have? 0.96. Oh, cool. Whoops. There we go. Mongolia. Nope, can't sell to them. Nepal, can't sell to them either. And Oman, yeah. Everybody else is in surplus. So I got some trades going with my surplus energy. Everything else is looking good. I don't want to sell any more supplies at this point in time. If I can sell anything, I'd rather be selling energy. I need supplies. In fact, I was kind of contemplating killing some of these supply trades just so that way I could get control here and start getting my supplies back up to 50,000 and not having to spend so much industrial might towards supplies so I can put it back into my production. But not to be for right now. I think I could use the money. And this should be everybody has agreed. Yeah, good, good, good. So we'll get some money. So still looking green everywhere. It just breezed through those because typically those type of battles where I see um, the card come up saying that you're being attacked such and such, and then immediately behind us another card that'll probably say that I won the battle. That's just simply China sending a lone unit out there just to kind of probe and see what they can do. We're up to 0.02 a day. We're knocking down. So in 41 days, that the descent will be down to 0. Good. Just like I said, we're going to be favoring the IJN this year. So let me think on this. I am favoring or our focus is in the IJN in order to get the shipyards, which that's for long term. That helps in regards to build speed for our ships. The ships won't be getting built though, because I need to burn through all of these builds here, because I need these units in my conflict in China. So I don't think I'll be actually building my navy until much later in the year. As such, I'm not going to favor the IGN this year because you see it's naval and air build speed. I don't think that's going to be it's not going to be as large of a benefit to me as favoring the IJA will be, because I'll have land and armor build speed. I need, even though I don't have enough IC going towards production here now, I will in the coming month and a half. All those spawn penalties are going to pretty much fall off. I may get more, but for the most part, all those spawn penalties are going to fall off, and we'll be over 160 IC. So we'll be able to throw a lot of production into here. As it is, we got 2, 4, 6, 7, 140, almost 100, 150 IC alone in all my land builds that still need to occur. This one will get finished, so I'll knock it down to about 130. But at best, I think I'll have maybe 165, maybe up to 180, depending upon laws I'm able to get. So the majority of my IC, I won't be able to supply that amount of IC to my builds right away. So I think for right now, I've talked myself into favoring the IJA this year because I'll be using that land build speed for most of the year. I'll still end up building my naval forces towards the end of the year, I have no doubt, but not quite so much for right now. So we will do that. That should be it for the decisions right now. I'm going to save the game since we've done some things here that I don't lose track on here. I mentioned I was going to pull the warrior unit out, and I think I'm going to do just that. We'll actually move there so we can stop that attack from happening. And then once that's done, then I can move into Taizhou, and we can continue the destruction there. You know what? I could land these remaining Marines here in Fuzhou and that surrounding area, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is use the Marines in a more to assist in destroying what's here. I feel I need to do that more so than take those Marines and land them elsewhere. So they're going to move up here, attack, and help in the destruction of this area. So that way I can this beachhead north of Shanghai, this bubble, can be held effectively. We've got that combat still going on. That's okay. I've got 2 provinces here, 3 that overall I need to attack into. We can move this guy up. He actually he's strong enough. He's 2,200 men. Excuse me. It's an artillery unit, granted, but he's strong enough to fend off any sort of attacks long enough that I could move in reinforcements if I can to him. So doing that, I'm going to have, and when did he say? The 7th he'd be arriving. I'm going to have him attack here, and actually, he will attack as well. That's the only enemy province he's bordering, so he can move in, and then once that's done, we will come in and go that way. He will come in and go that way. They'll kind of split off a bit there. So we'll begin the destruction of this cauldron. Speaking of cauldrons, that one's progressing quite handily. We aren't doing much else here. I'm just kind of reinforcing, getting my forces, getting my units to where they need to be. I really need to send him this way because as a semi-motorized unit and a light armor battalion as well, and he's not going to do well going through the mountains. Neither will the tanks, for that matter. Yeah, let's move all these guys. We'll have them begin the move out this way. Oh, I thought I had selected him, but I guess I had not. Okay. Otherwise, we can tick that off, and that's what we're left with. Not great. I don't see myself being able to attack across the river here anytime soon. I'm too weak, and the forces arrayed against me are a little bit too strong. We gotta finish this because I need these units down south. Otherwise, I've got sufficient blocking forces here. He's coming over there, and I can have him go over there. That way, I got 2, 2, and 2 for defense. Okay, he's coming in. Alrighty, this is what I was waiting for here. My main attack force that's pressing westward is set up now, and we're ready to move south and southwest. You can see we've gained these 2 provinces. We can't move into them, but because I'm adjacent to them, there may be other hidden rules I'm not aware of, like units next to it or something like that. It automatically converts to my control since we're nearby. All these guys, we're going to let them rest some more. I have 2 units here. One needs to rest. The other one won't be able to attack because of that. Okay, so we are going to have 3 units head south there. And then we're going to have the remainder go westward. They're going to go there. We'll leave one guy behind. Move to the next province. Hard to see where the province kind of ends here. But it looks like that's the entire province here. So, yeah, yeah, I'll leave the 1 unit that was being left there. That's fine. I'll need to leave a unit here. That's what I was looking to see is where I need to leave a unit. I can leave that unit there because he needs a little bit of reorg. But once he's ready to go, then I'll have him push out westward because he won't have any enemy units that can affect him. Leaving a unit there, we're going to then move here. Leave another unit behind. And we're going to stay north of the river because I don't want to attack over the river at this point. It's wintertime, so that's not going to be a good thing. And then the last guys can go there. So we're about 2 provinces away from Galmund. Once we end up there, yeah, there'll be a province in between us and Galmund. Hopefully, we'll have some reinforcements. They'll be able to come in, and then we can attack Galmund and take it. The southern force that I have coming in, I need these guys reinforced. I need all of these guys to get better as well, so we can push down here and then cross the river and get that territory. Okay. Oh, that was an easy battle. Swatted them aside. Oh, we have some partisans appearing. Okay. Some are appearing where I have units because I see that's what all these are. Do I have any partisans? Looks like there's no partisans in territory that I've taken and have nobody there. Okay, so all the partisans are attacking me. Those battles shall all be finished quickly. Yes, they are. Partisan, 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 partisan. All finished quickly. Annoying, yes. However, if the situation was a little bit different, if maybe they appeared somewhere else, like here on either one of these two the two ports, they could affect supply, especially like if they appeared in such a manner that they blocked off supply entirely. That could adversely affect me here. Looking better. We're on the 5th. We're at plus 974. Let me see what happens when we switch over onto January 6th. We'll take a look at that battle here momentarily, but I want to see what happens. Oh, we can take a look at it. Dazao, okay. We're at positive 974, and we switch over to the next day. We're up to plus 447. I think we're doing well. I'm going to go ahead and push this up to 22. Yeah, 27, fine. Yeah, whatever. Even better, 28. We're gaining each day now. We're gaining supplies. So instead of the ups and downs, it's just ups and ups and ups and ups. So we'll be getting closer to 50,000 supplies here down the road. An average of let's say 400 one day, 700 the other. That's about say 600, 550 supplies each day that I'm earning. So each week. Math is tough. That's about almost 4,000 supplies a week that I'll be gaining. So by the end of the month here, we'll be looking much better. We'll be almost doubling our supplies that we have here. Okay. Fuzhou is one. They lost almost 10,000 troops total because they had no place they could retreat. I have one Marine attacking that garrison there. Yeah, that's fine. Once those guys move, then I can support there. Why do I have a unit up here that I neglected? This guy. Oh, yes. Totally forgot that I had a regular core unit, headquarter unit, that was in charge of my Marines. I'm so used to my Marine headquarter units controlling my Marines. So I'll go and transport them down south so that way it gets a little bit closer. Okay. We're just waiting on that happening here. Some movement. Okay, they gave up the assault there. Wow. This is looking much better now. Yes, looking much, much better. That. These two are also going to switch over pretty soon. That's fine. We'll get them back. Yeah, you can see his life force is ticking away there. There he went. Boom. He's probably retreating at this point into this province. Which, all in all, that helps me. Anything that doesn't outright die here, but just loses its organization, they're going to retreat here. When I go to attack here, they're going to be, they're in for a world of hurt. That unit's going to go away here, so that battle's done pretty soon here. We have reinforcements that can go back down. We'll keep doing what we're doing here with the supplies. Once I get close to 50,000 supplies, that's going to get evened out. I'll have 60 IC going, 63 IC going or more towards my builds here. Wu Wei, we won there. Minor skirmish, more or less, based on the losses sustained. We're pressing onward there. Good. And like I said, if we have Wu Wei, I could actually, you know what? We are going to move with that third unit because with him just sitting there, there's no need. We've gotten this province, And this is the other province that we attacked and have taken. This we can't move into. So quite honestly, we're going to go ahead and move into there, 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 and there. That gets us one away. Yeah, we're not sufficiently rested there to move out. So we had a big victory. Um, that's here. We lost 4,000 troops. They lost just over 4,000 troops. You can see what's involved. We have almost 90,000. They have almost 200,000 troops involved there. It's going to be interesting to see how many move into here. You know, I said initially, I said a quarter million, then I kind of walked back on that. I said, maybe 100,000 because it's mostly militia. But I'm betting the amount of troops that are in these two provinces now truly are around a quarter million troops total. Um, that's a sizable amount of manpower that's just going to be gone here shortly. I like to do this a lot when I'm Germany attacking Russia and Barbarossa. Like try to surround as many provinces as I can and defeat the Russian units in detail there and kill them. Because again, those are units that I won't be having to deal with once they're eliminated. We're going to have him and him support the attack there. That should help improve matters a little bit. Yep. And that is going the way it's going. We're going to retreat him to here because he can't take that. He can't take that any longer. I don't want him to go fully down to zero. The warrior division is going to have to hold out. That another German trained unit here, they should be vaporizing shortly. But there's a lot of units coming in at me. Yeah, it was good to move the Marines in here because I needed to get this conquered here so I can have the units up there. Zhejiang, that's that. Yeah. I saw we had a unit here that doesn't have a leader, so let's assign one. Here, we'll just give him that one because why not? Oh, naval combat. Hey, I glanced over here and saw a light cruiser and a destroyer. Whoa, against 6 destroyers. And it looks like, my naval. If you look down in the bottom right corner, you can see that my naval bombers and flying boat are also involved in that conflict. It shows there's a passenger liner, so it must be, I don't know. No, I don't have a passenger liner there. Weird. That's just probably a mistake. Alrighty, we won. Destroyers took care of the issue there. Naval bombers probably did too. Jining, we won. Excellent. Yep, we are doing very well in the West now. We won the Battle of Hunan. Interesting. This will be very, very interesting. They had 9,500 troops here, it says. Oh, the other ones show me how many they had as well, too. I'll be moving into there, and I think everything that's retreating is also going to move into there. We're going to see almost a quarter million troops just vaporize here momentarily. Well, I guess there's another 5,700. That's dead. Yeah, okay. They are making their way to Hunan, but we're killing 28,000, 14,000, 4,700. Everybody that's retreating, they're retreating ahead of me at 10,000. They're retreating ahead of me, and they're just dying. We can remove that off the Fuzhou. If we take a look at Nat China overall, we can see their surrender progress is around 33%. That's decent for this time. We just turned in 1938. We're 6 months into the war overall. Let's go ahead and save the game here. I feel at this point that we're doing better here and here. We're doing better here on the coastal areas than we are over here. Most of my games already got Shaanxi, and I think even Communist China taken. Um, the the push into Zibi does take a while just because you're going through mountains all the way through here and down south as well. That just takes far too long. But I usually have these two countries taken. I think overall we're doing very well though. Yep, that conflict going along steadily. Did I thought I had him also support? Excuse me. Looking much better there. Zhenjiang. They've given up the attack on there, which is good. Yeah, I was getting ready to break. Yu Cheng. They stopped attacking me there. G-Ring, they'll stop attacking me there. All right. This is not going to go too well, I think, here. Ugh. May have bitten off more than I can chew in making this kind of maneuver. Let's. Yeah, I can't sustain these kind of losses here. The Marines are not. They're having to fight against far too many forces there. Against crossing a river as well. That's just not going too well for them. What I could do, um, they're going to retreat over. I'm not sure how quickly that'll be. The 16th, it says. Um, that may provide enough support here, but what I'm going to do is move these two guys back down to here and just hold that. What I'm thinking I might do, though, is move my armor unit into here, take that province. That way, when this combat finishes, they can only retreat to Nantong. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, this may have been too much more than I could have bitten chewed off here. That didn't do well enough. And the last of the provinces there. Uwe, one. Good. Formation of the Third Army. Is this a core headquarter unit? Third Army. This is up in Manchuria. This may just be a headquarter unit. Let's see. The Rock. Yeah. But we'll send him on down south, and the closer he gets, the less the more green that'll become then. So that's fine. But yeah, he's an extra headquarter unit. Ah, Kempetai has arrived. All these guys, I need to assign leaders. Doesn't really matter per se who I've assigned to them. My weakest leaders, because all these guys are going to really end up doing is just partisan duty. Any rebels that appear in our back lines in China proper, I'm going to move wherever they're at. I'm going to move them out and into China, so that way they can be better used than where they're currently at. And that guy, do we have a defensive? We'll throw him on there. So all these guys, total of 300. We'll have them go over to Dalian, and then I'll have the fleet ship them over into here. I initially was going to have my militia set up shop on these here, but I think what I'll do is just simply utilize the Kempetai to hold initially here in the province, but also hold the cities that I capture in this immediate area, and I'll use my militia for other things. So good timing with the Kempetai there. He needs to go not to him. Since he just controls the military police, there's no need for him to be assigned to a decent enough leader or anything of that sort. Really, he could be assigned to Tokyo and do the job. Yeah. Because the Tokyo general just is strictly like a defensive type general. I have these guys, and I think we have some Kempetai here. We do. Let's go ahead and assign them their own headquarter units. Border ship, and we're going to have them come down into Shanghai area. The other Kempetai that's here as well. That's all these guys minus the garrison. Okay. Sure, we'll do that. Again, with these guys, I try to give them the leaders with the fewest traits possible, and ones that are probably a little bit more to their to what they're going to be used for. The military police, I'm not going to use them in an offensive capacity whatsoever. to speak of, really. I mean, they'll be attacking the occasional rebel and partisan that appears, but for the most part, it's not anything that I have to terribly worry about. We'll have them move over to Dalian as well because eventually they are going to be shipped down to here in the Shanghai area too. That way, all the cities and ports and whatnot that I capture here, I can have the Kempetai hanging out. And that unit also needs to Dalian L. Okay. Looking good all around. We're looking up here. These guys, I'm going to move him there, and the rest of my forces I'm going to have move south there. They're not quite ready to take on that. I mean, they aren't because they just got finished attacking. These guys, they need some reinforcements. They're moving the way they should be. So my Western movement's moving. The Western campaign's moving along pretty well. I was hoping to be able to get the Communist Chinese surrounded pretty soon here, but even though we're approaching my 45-minute mark, as I promised, these guys are getting eliminated overall. As such, yeah, he's moving down there. We need to start moving my troops. As soon as this gets taken out, we need to move my troops out of there. There's another 23,000 troops destroyed, gone. Okay. Yeah, he's continuing his retreat. 16th. Yeah. I really want to retreat him because he's going to any second here. His organization is in the single digits. Army command structure. That's 1936 tech. Submarine AA. That's 40 tech. We can go ahead and remove that. Oh, we must have gained some leadership because now we're up to 42. We're up from 40 to 42 leadership for our research. I'm going to drop that down back down to 40. That needs to be going in officers. There we go. I'll drop this down to 40. And we need to be not focusing, but putting some emphasis on our officers. We're up to 104 a day now. Yeah, we need to get back up into the green, 90% mark there. Formation independent mixed brigades for garrison duties in China. The first, second. I believe these take away. No, looks like they're fresh units. Okay. So let's see. This will. We removed one spawn pen. We're over 100 now, 115, but we have a 24% IC penalty hitting us through May. All right, we'll take it. Where are these guys at? Looks like 5 different divisions. Oh, wonderful. Oh, 6 divisions. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I can't count. 6 divisions. 4 of them are infantry. They have an infantry regiment as their main base, and 2 of them are specialized light infantry with that same base. Let's go ahead and add some leaders. Throw some appropriate offensive type leaders onto them, and then once we get them out there, out to China, I should say, we'll get the appropriate nearby leader assigned to them, whoever happens to be near them. I should put these around Shanghai so that they can help assist there. But I want to put some in the Fuzhou area too, since my Marines are doing a good job, and I will move them on to their next invasion here soon enough, in a couple months. So let's move these 2 specialized light infantry. Oh wait, don't I not have a fleet? Where's my fleet? Oh, that's right. They're moving the Kempetai over. Okay, no biggies. Oh, so we lost that battle after all. The warriors were not able to hold any longer, which means these guys are gonna end up here, and then yeah, so things are not going very well in this section as I initially thought. We're gonna have them support the attack. That helps boost it just a tad. Yeah, we lost Okay. Was that mine? I didn't realize that was mine. I would like to begin my move south here with these guys, and they are starting to look a little bit better overall. So I think I will. I'll have them go there. We'll have them support that attack there, and we'll have them go there. Those guys here in Tayun, we can also support the attack over there. Did I say support the attack? Yes. I have a unit here, unit, all around. Okay. So now we've eliminated, as I promised before the end of this episode, which we're now approaching here, about the 45-minute mark, we've eliminated probably 250,000 Chinese units here in this cauldron that was a little bit larger to begin with. But I can go ahead now and move all of these units further south. I want to get them involved in the conflict coming with Communist China. So we'll go ahead and move them all over there like so. And there. Okay. Otherwise, we're looking all right everywhere else. This battle should be wrapping up shortly. Have my artillery unit there. So small, medium, capital, submarine. So we gain 2 small shipyards, 3 medium shipyards, 3 capital shipyards, and 3 submarine shipyards. Nice. Supreme Command. That's 1941 tech, so we can go ahead and cancel any further research on that. Bump that back up to 40 here. Attack delay reduced by 3 hours. That's awesome to see. Shenmue, we have won the battle Shenmue, so we're pushing them out of there. Awesome. They stopped attacking me there in Zuzan. I have 3 units here. We need to do something with somebody. We'll leave him behind, and I'll have the militia go ahead and attack here. These guys will go ahead and support the attack on there as well. We can have him move in. That's the only enemy province that he's bordering. And then from there, we'll go there and up there. Yeah, that's a long conflict, and one of those militias kind of hurt a little bad, but that's all right. Yeah, I'm sad that this didn't turn out the way that I anticipated. We did win in Henan. They are retreating to Nantong. I want to retreat him back there. Okay, so we won in Henan there. Excellent. Yeah, that's fine. I need to probably move 1 Marine over here to Dafeng and support the attack immensely. So that way that we can then cut off all the units that are in this area. Yeah. With that, however, we're going to save the game and pick this up in our next episode. I do appreciate everybody watching. We're actually going along pretty well in the game so far here. The Western push is going about as well as I could expect for this time of year here. We're actually, I think we're going to get to this quicker than I even said. I was saying early spring. We should be having a blocking force appear pretty soon, though, I'd imagine. That's an important victory point, and I can't imagine Zibi San Ma leaving that all alone. But nonetheless, we're doing pretty well in our Western campaign. My campaign against Communist China is going to start off pretty soon here. Looks like I have a unit I need to move. We'll worry about that later. The Communist Chinese campaign will start off here pretty soon. The units I had reducing that cauldron and destroying almost 250,000 Chinese need to move, filtering down here. and we'll end up conquering the provinces that surround Yan'an here. So that way we don't run into the same problem that we had at Tuyan, where the Chinese could provide additional forces. I want to try to surround the capital, so that way I'm only fighting the forces that are there and nobody else. This cauldron's the next one to be extinguished. Possibly not a 250,000 troops here. Maybe we'll see. This one's going to go along pretty smoothly as well because I've got I got enough forces here to take care of it. Once this is done, they're going to push south to this next river line here. Shanghai beachhead, a little bit of a setback in this area. I reached a little bit too far than I should have, but that's okay. We're taking steps here to address that with some Marines I have in the area. Speaking of Marines, we had another landing in Fuzhou. We're expanding that beachhead a little bit further. We've got some units that'll be reinforcements I'll be sending to the Shanghai area, and also some to Fuzhou to relieve the Marines there and allow them to start with their next invasion, which will be here at Shantou. But otherwise, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next episode. Provide me comments, questions down below. Have yourself a great day.